sleep. You know what I tell Victor sometimes? It's just like, I just want to sleep and not wake up. He was like, I think that means you dead.
At least it's funny when he says it. I've said that to Matt before. He goes, what is wrong with you?
He says the same
like,
thing to me.
obviously it's a cry for help.
I know, but I'm just like, that's like how tired it is, where I just want a long sleep.
Right.
Right? And I don't think they understand what you mean by long sleep.
No.
I don't mean that I don't want to wake up again.
I don't want to be Sleeping Beauty.
Yes. I just need a nice, that would be great, actually.
No, let's talk about Sleeping Beauty. I told you I was going to go on a fairy tale.
Yeah, what was that?
Okay,
you just sent me a screenshot. I was just like, Sleeping Beauty is about to, I'm just like, what's happening?
Okay, so I was reading to Maya. We were doing fairy tale night, and it was like an old school book about Sleeping Beauty. So it starts off with, it was the king and the queen had a hard time creating a baby. They finally got one, and there were 4 fairies, but one of the fairies had been gone forever. No one knew where she went, and
is that Maleficent?
They couldn't contact her. So they had 3 of the fairies come, and then the 4th fairy burst through the door. She was upset. It's like, you guys didn't invite me, blah, blah, blah. So she put a curse on her that she would prick her finger and die. Then the other fairy said, I can't change her gift to you, but I can mellow it out a little bit. So instead of her dying, everyone in the kingdom will sleep for 100 years. So everyone slept, and I guess this prince came through and just found a town sleeping. And then he eventually found Aurora, and she was sleeping. And she was the most beautiful creature he'd ever saw. So he leaned down and kissed her. Brother, she was sleeping. Why are you kissing her?
Sounds like me too to me.
It sounds like that's the problem. So I'm reading it. I'm like, oh, no. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on, Maya. Let me read this again. And I'm reading it in my head. I go,
yourself, yeah.
Oh, no, I literally go, wait, hold on. Mommy needs a second. Hold on. And I read it. And I'm going, oh, this is what I'm reading to my child at night. And I'm usually super gung-ho for fairy tales. Like, I love the happy ending. I love, Cinderella. I love Snow White. I love how there's a damsel in distress and there's a man who comes and saves her. I love that. And I also like how Frozen came and was more traditional. Like, you can't marry a man you just met. Like, but then the second season, the second movie, the sequel, that was pretty loud out there. The sequel came, and then they got married. It's like they dated, they got married. It's great.
They didn't get married.
No. They got engaged, whatever. The third one, maybe they'll get married. I get it. It's more realistic. But I very much dislike how these new modern ones are coming out. Like, Amazon Prime did a Cinderella, and it was cool. It was a nice, cool musical. But it's like, at the end of it, they're like, so what are you guys going to do? Oh, we don't have to put a label on it. It's nothing. What do you mean? I just want to do my career. Bitch, if you don't sit down and shut up, like, this is not how Cinderella goes. This is not how the fairy tale is supposed to go. You're supposed to find love. You're supposed to live happily ever after. You're supposed to have a family. And now women just want to be men. I don't know. I'm done. Let me get off my soapbox. Where's my bell? Ding.
We'll talk about you bringing out your bail when we were on personal time this weekend later.
Oh, yeah. Shana was doing story time in my house, and I had to ding her.
I went and got my bail. It wasn't even in your house.
I was falling asleep.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah, I think when we look at some of those like fairy tales or even like movies, and I think like older movies, ones that we used to watch when we were younger, and now that you're like watching them as an adult and you see all those adult innuendos that are happening, you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And it's just like, even when I think of, I heard my daughter like a couple weeks ago singing like Ring Around the Rosie, and I've always known.
The plague.
Yes, the plague. I'm like, it's the Black Plague. I was like, are they still teaching kids about the Black Plague and a song? Nope. And so
they're just teaching them the song. They're not teaching them about the plague.
And they need to. I was just like, baby, that's a disease. I was just like,
here we go.
Yes, I do. I was like, we don't sing that. That's about a disease. A lot of people died from that, baby. I do. A real dose of realness for her. And she's like, oh, no. I was like, that's why we don't sing it.
Did you know that bacteria is good?
I don't think the Black Plague
No.
is good.
Of course not. I'm talking about like bacteria in general. What was I reading?
Well, there's good and bad bacteria.
Sassafras. Is it Zoe and Sassafras?
Who the fuck?
Is it Zoe? Sassafras, the book.
What the fuck
it's
is
something
that?
In Sassafras. It's a book that's out, like, so Maya's birthday just passed, and her cousin gave her a
is it a book set?
A book set. And it was something with sassafras. Zoe and Sassafras.
I don't know
It's
it.
Zoe and Sassafras. I never heard of it either.
Okay. We did Fancy Nancy.
We're going to talk about her in a second. Ooh. But they talked about the book I started reading, Maya. The mom and Zoe, they're making yogurt, homemade yogurt. And instead of going to get live bacteria, they're just using a little bit of already healthy yogurt and then mixing it. And in the book, I learned something. I learned that bacteria is actually on the... I mean, I know we always had like our natural flora, the bacteria that does things. But when they wrote it out a certain way for a 5-year-old to understand, I would guess I was able to digest it a little bit better. But I understood. I was like, oh, the bacteria in our gut that breaks down our food, that's it's literally bacteria breaking down something, but we need it to break down things. So it's not necessarily bad. So when I think about you, look at you. So when I think about you and your germophobia.
Did you see her? Did I say anything about her rolling out in the grass and shit this weekend?
I saw your eyeballs twitching. I saw you were about to have a stroke.
She was sitting on the stoop, playing.
She was in the dirt.
In the dirt, on a trampoline.
Would you like to talk about it? I got time.
Oh, you never give me time for that. No bail?
No, well, I left it at home.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm working on it, but I did make that joke about the gloves.
You did? You made it funny. Everyone laughed. Yay!
I did. I got one funny out.
Oh, my leg.
Uh-oh.
I'm listening.
Yeah. So
I got to hide my belly. When I sit down, it tends to come out.
You're so silly. I try to be good about it, right? Because she is a kid, and I let her, like, try to be a kid and get dirty and muddy. No. But we also talk about, like, no, let's not get too dirty. And I may have, me and my husband both have a thing, like when you come into the house, you take off outside clothes and you put on your inside clothes. So she knows to go upstairs. First we potty, then you change your clothes. But she's worse than me because she changes her clothes. She changes her clothes 4 times in a day. Her entire wardrobe.
But that's because she's 4. She's playing dress up.
And that's fine. But I mean, like her undergarments, everything. I'm like, you need 4 different times she's changing her undergarments. And I'm like, okay, sure. I just let it happen because I'm like, I'm okay with this. If you want to, this is your thing, I'll do it. And she likes to dress herself and like put on her dresses and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll let you.
She's changing her clothes because she's playing dress up and wants to try new things. Y'all changing her clothes because y'all have OCD and afraid of the outside world.
Coming into the inside.
It's going to come to the inside. Do you take a shower as soon as you get in the house too before you change those clothes?
When I used to go into the office, I would take a shower when I came home and change my clothes.
Because if you're not, all you're doing is that stuff that was on the clothes, you're just throwing it in a hamper. And it's just crawling around and getting everywhere in your house.
We have a separate hamper in the laundry room. So we disrobe our things and put them in that laundry room for the outside clothes. And then for ones that were just like around the house or just other ones, they go in the ones that are in the closet. And then, of course, there's a separate one for dry cleaning clothes. But yeah.
Now I see why you don't let people in your house. You know how long it took before she invited me to her house? Do you know how long?
2 days.
I think I've known you for a year now. So I think I went to your house the first time maybe 2 months ago.
2 days.
What say you? You think I'm dirty?
No. Oh my goodness. Are we here? How did we get here? How did we get here? Absolutely not. I mean, we don't even have like family come over. You've never heard me in the whole time where I'm just like, oh, I've got such and such over are coming and staying at our house. I think
I don't. Don't.
Nope, not at all. No, we don't have family come over.
I don't. I think I'm gonna take one of those from your book.
What's that?
I'm gonna start taking a page from your book.
Oh snaps! I opened a can of worms.
I don't think anybody's just gonna be allowed in my house anymore. Like, how many people was 4 of them? And during the birthday party, it was like, oh, it's a lot of people. I can get why you're just so riled up. I was like, it's not the quantity of people in my house. It's the quality of people in my house. I don't mind a lot of people in my house. It's just a level of, is nicety a word? Nicety,
we're going to use it today.
Nicety and level of respect and the level of
But I think family is so different, right? Because of the comfortability and having the title of being family. Like I think in itself, it is inherited that there's a different set of rules for you in general. And this is me speaking in IMO, in my own opinion.
Shana.
I can't. It's who I am.
Shana.
It's who I am.
No one understands what's going on in that head of yours. Okay?
And in my opinion, that's...
And I'm trying to keep up.
Are you? I'm going to bring it down.
No, keep it where it is because I love it. But I'm just like, wait, what happened? No, it was cute. Go ahead, say that again. An IMO, in my opinion. IMO. You know who also does that? Who? And I think that's what's triggering me. Matt does it. He makes up acronyms for everything and just be throwing out acronyms and expect you to know what he's talking about.
You know, okay, first of all, I'm good with some of those, and half the ones, if you're texting me or anyone else, no matter what gen they're in, I'm just like, okay, girl. And I'm like, Google it.
I still don't know what TL semicolon DR or something like that.
Oh, that's just shortening it up. It's just like shortening it up for you. I can't remember what it means exactly, but it's just like for you to know at the top, like this is what
the hell? What just went off?
It just means like I'm giving you a brief like overview of what this email or this message is. So just so that you know, it's this. Like it can be like a full page of an email, and it's just like, just for your information, this is what it means. This is a shortened version of what it means.
So it means shortened.
Yeah, but it means something else.
But what's it stand for?
I forgot what it stands for, but that's all it means.
I know what get ready with GRWM means now. Get ready with me.
Oh,
but no,
I've never
I
used
stopped
that.
you. I'm sorry. I cut you off. You were saying IMO and excuse me. Don't walk over there, guys. I just burped. It smells horrendous. In your opinion, with family, when they come over, what?
I don't know, something with them. Yeah, I think it's just like an inherited like comfortability. Like you come through the doors, it's my mi casa, si casa.
Yeah, no. Mi casa, I pay the bills.
You invited me, girl. We family.
But that's the thing. I didn't invite. And you know what? So, again, they were all here for Maya's birthday. And Matt's family's here. My family's here. And I said something to them. Like, they all just assumed they were staying at my house. I didn't say you guys can stay here or anything because both of them are here. So who are you to say, oh, I'm going to stay at your house? Like, no. I mean, in all actuality, my husband pays the bills. So if he wants to say, yo, my family's staying here, I'm not going to argue with him because you the man of the house. That's it. But it's like, I'm also... And I brought this to my mother's attention, and shockingly, she was like, you know what, you're right. I didn't even think of that. I was very proud of her for taking ownership there.
I am so glad that you had the conversation, that you communicated something there.
Yeah, because I felt bad, because I love my in-laws. I love my Mech family, and they're absolutely the best. Like,
yeah, they're
a lot of
awesome.
People will tell you, be careful of your in-laws. It's my family that get on my fucking nerves. Yeah. My in-laws are the best people in the world. But it's like, I told them that, and they just assumed they're staying. And it was like, so next time the family comes, everybody got to get a hotel. Like, no one's staying in my house because I'm not going to choose who gets to stay and who doesn't. I do not believe that's fair. I do not think that's okay at all. So no one gets it. It's like you arguing over a toy. No one gets it. Now it goes in the trash.
All the way in the trash, not even donating it?
No, I don't feel like driving to drop it off. It goes in the trash.
Okay.
Do you donate stuff? Do you donate or drop it off at shelters? Like, how do you do it?
So I donate, and some of them I would take, like for some of her like designer stuff or things like that, I would take it to like a resale shop.
Mm-hmm, like consignment?
Mm-hmm. And do that and just go to like Target and buy her some play clothes kind of a situation to kind of recycle it.
Wait a minute. I'm not judging.
Okay.
I'm just questioning.
What are we questioning?
I mean, I'm inquiring.
Okay.
Or I need you
What's
to
your
elaborate.
inquiry?
Why would you get something designer for a toddler that destroys things and that grow out of it so quickly? Can you explain that to me? Do you get it, or is it a gift? Is it like, or is it because you know you're going to get some money back for it? Like, how do you?
Yeah. So I think it depends, right? I don't buy her tons of designer stuff, but it may just be like a few things here or there that maybe it was like super cute
and you're like, oh, it's a design.
And I was like, and I have to, I don't spend a ton of money on her clothes just because she is growing so quickly and so rapidly, and how rough kids are, right? Playing and I don't have to buy as many, especially because she's in uniforms at school.
Right.
So I only bought, will buy some of those. So like for special dresses or things like that, or like cute shoes or something like that, and I got them for a good deal. I mean,
always good deal. Always searching for a deal.
I'm here for a deal, girl. I'm
always
here for a deal.
My grandma won't buy stuff. She won't buy a single thing that's
that
not,
ain't
if
on
it's
sale.
not on sale.
No, ain't nothing like a good deal. Let me tell you.
Like
if I was had the patience or was in
the couponing and
yes,
stuff.
then I would totally coupon, but I hate shopping. But yeah, no, I can't turn up. Yes, I can definitely turn down a good deal, but if it's something that we want or something cute, then I will. But yeah, I don't buy her a lot of things that are designer, but things that may be of like higher quality, kind of like maybe, I don't know, like a hunter boots, or if I got her like some Uggs or something like that I know that she's barely used or something like that.
And then you just send it right to Coco.
I'll send it right to Coco.
It's going in order.
I got some shoes that we weren't able to wear because I bought them.
A season?
No. So there's some really cute sneakers, and I bought them probably 6 months before she could actually wear them because they're always sold out, and they only had like the one size, so she would have to grow them to them like in a year, I thought.
Does she skip?
Well, the thing is no, I had them in a box in her closet and completely forgot about them. And then I pulled them out and they were right there. So she could probably wear them like once, but it's not any that she could wear to school because they're like white sneakers, like cute ones.
She can wear them to school. She just don't get them dirty.
At that time, she couldn't.
Oh, at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so we were like, we'll wear them when we're like out, like as a family. And then again, I put them back in that box and forgot about them. And then she tried to put it. She's like, I want to wear them. I'm like, do they hurt your feet? Maybe. I was like, girl, they too small. Come on, I was like, I'll just buy you some new ones, and now they're sold out, of course, in her size. So I gotta wait.
What shoes are they?
I'll show them to you because I've been saving them for Coco, honestly.
Okay.
And I meant to give them to you the last time that I
we were at the house.
Yeah. So I'll have to give those to you. But I knew that I'm gonna have to get your eldest daughter some too because I know that they'll
No, she don't need no more shoes. She don't need nothing else. I don't want anything else in my house.
I can understand. How many? Y'all had a whole table full.
I forgot to put no gifts on the invitation.
If you don't, they will.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I always put it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's love. It's showing that and they're actually good things. Things she's going to use, things like clothes, because I haven't bought my child any new clothes because she grows like she's a
super
weed.
tall.
She is
and in
a
the weather.
McCusker. It's crazy.
She's tall.
She's more than half my height.
Yeah.
But
because I was looking at her and Lou side by side in that photo, I was like, damn, I thought they were a little bit closer.
No, Maya's always. But you gotta realize Lou's like she's almost
younger.
a year younger than Maya.
Yeah.
So.
But I always thought that they weren't. I thought they were like
never,
this.
never,
really, okay,
ever. You and I are like this.
And how tall do you claim to be?
How tall do I claim to be? I claim.
I'm gonna do it like a dude. I almost said a different word. Like dudes be on their license and stuff like that, saying that they're like 6'2", and bro, you like
Matthew
5'9".
will say he's 6 foot. Nigga, you not 6 foot. You barely pushing 5'10". Anyway, I claim to be, and he is perfect height for me. Let me throw that out there.
I'm a height elitist.
Yes, I know you are. I claim to be 5'2". I am 5'1" and 3/4. That is a mouthful. So 5'2" it is.
Okay.
And you're 5'3", right?
I am. Thank you.
But when we stand up, I feel like I'm tall. I have long legs. I have long limbs. I have limbs of a tall person, but I have a small torso, and I'm just short. But anytime I get my measurements done for like clothes that I want, like just personal measurements, they're always like, "Oh my goodness, you have long limbs." I fucking know that. I've seen myself naked. Can we continue? Like it's just I used to take it like as insulting, so I would get really defensive. But no, what were we talking about? Oh, clothes, designer clothes. So I feel as though I avoid like the designer section like the plague. I've always been like, nope, I'm not going over there. But like I've gone into like little kids boutiques and saw something. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get this. And gone to the counter, and then they go like $115 for one item.
Dress.
I'm like,
yes,
no, this one, skin this one, and they're like, what is that sound?
Branches on
That's frightening. Sounds like someone's trying to scratch to get in, like Danger Will Robinson. Like,
fuck is that? I've heard that before. What is that from?
It's a movie. I'll show you. I mean, it's a TV show. Roboter. I don't know. Lost in Space. I don't know. But that's it. Lost in Space. But I've gone to the counter and I've gone to check out, and I'm like, no, this is what I want you to scan. But I'm that person that's like, oh, I can't turn back now. I don't want them to think I can't afford it. Well, that used to be me. But nowadays I'll go, y'all out here rabbit ass mine, and I'll hand it right back to them and leave. But Maya was, I think she was maybe 7 months, and I got this cute little dress. I was like, oh, she's gonna love this. She's gonna wear this one day. It was like $120, and it was like maybe 18 months.
Yeah.
And she wore it once. She wore it to our wedding, or our wedding ceremony. And then I had to cut it. I had to cut the little ruffles off of it because she didn't like them touching her face.
Oh.
She didn't like.
Okay.
$120 for a dress for an infant.
Yeah.
That they're only going to wear once.
So I have a few of those items, and I'm not giving those away or selling those. Like,
what are you going to do with the hoarder?
Keepsakes. It's just like those little keepsakes. Like, those are like special ones that I may have taken photos with her, and I keep them as like a keepsake. Or if I've gotten
like the baby blanket.
Yeah.
I refuse to let anyone get rid of those for my baby. Okay, so are you going to like put it in a frame or anything, or you're just going to have like a bin that she can go through?
No, we have like a keepsake box that my sister had made when I think it was like her gift to me from when I was pregnant. Mm-hmm. So I have all of like her, because I had a sprinkle party because I couldn't have a full-on shower. Yeah, it was a sprinkle because it was virtual, and I gave it for myself. So everyone just like sent gifts in because it was COVID.
Because it was COVID.
Yeah. So
sprinkle parties.
So sprinkle party, just because of the fact that it was like COVID at the time, and I wasn't around or had seen any of my family, so I gave myself my own baby shower, and I called it just a sprinkle, just sprinkle with love kind of a thing. So we did it virtually. So that was one of the gifts that my sister gave me was
I'm trying to get comfy.
No, get comfortable. That my sister gave me was a keepsake box. And so, yeah, I put that stuff in there. And then I had a couple friends that gave me like some cute, like a little Burberry outfit or like something Versace or something like that, because I was actually wearing Versace the day after I found out I was pregnant, because we went to like a boxing match, and me and Victor were doing our Versace thing together.
You guys are made for each other.
That's what people keep. That's
Versace Medusa head on me like I'm Illuminati. I wish I had like a thing where I can just go like a little button thing,
all I hear is like
yeah, or like music that I can just hit a button and it just starts playing, and like strobe lights just go off, and then it just goes off. And
confetti.
No, confetti is hard to clean up. You cleaning up that confetti?
No. What about biodegradable confetti? No. What about like the confetti that's almost like...
Do you know how long something takes to biodegrade?
Oh, shit. I'm going to make some shit up. You ready? I'm going to make some fucking confetti that's like snow or some shit. Like, you throw it up and it's colorful, and then as soon as it hits the ground, it's fucking gone. And there's no like remnants of color or anything. That's just gone. There's no moisture.
I think you think it's the future.
Yo, I'm going back into the future. You understand? That's what I'm gonna do.
So how are we? Okay, so
go. We started with Sleeping Beauty.
No. I'm still on the confetti.
Oh, okay. Confetti.
We're here. So it only disappears once it hits the ground. If it's in our hands, no, it can't touch anything. It has to stay in a little thing. You pop it, and then once it just
you pop, lock, and drop it.
It just and it just
and make sure you tooth the thing up.
Toot that thing up, honey, make it roll. Girl, take me back to college.
Yes.
Take me back to college.
Okay.
I mean, high school.
I had some things that
I'm younger than you. No, what?
I had some, when we were talking in our text yesterday about...
Why are you talking so low? Why are you whispering?
Am I? Because I'm talking about Henry.
What would you like to tell me?
Henry Cavill.
Okay.
I think I'm kind of getting over him, honestly. I haven't seen him in a while. And he was in the movie recently, Argyle, and I was a little disappointed in his appearance. I told you that. He needs to tighten that shit up.
Maybe he had to put on weight for the role.
I think so. Or just like how it was structured, which is fine. But that was where I was telling you about the whole 007 thing, right? About them getting a new Bond character.
Yes, but before you jump to 007, what's Argyle?
It was a movie he was in. It was called Argyle. It was based off like a book, and it's also like an author who's like writing a new book, but it was actually like happening in that moment. One of those like live action, like the things that she wrote was actually taking place. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna look into that. I think.
I didn't watch the movie because it didn't interest me well.
Okay, well, 007 always interests me.
Well, it wasn't a 007.
I know, but I'm talking about another thing that interests me because we're moving on from things that don't interest us.
Good.
Keep up, Shana.
I'm there.
Okay, no, I'm here too because I had to figure out where we're going. Okay, but the last 007, I've seen a different one, but the last 007 I enjoyed.
What was it? No time to die soon, but die now anyway.
not dying today. Well, Halle Berry.
Oh shit, girl, that's back with Pierce. No, I was gonna say Pierce Morgan.
Brosnan.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan.
He's actually in that modern day Cinderella.
Oh, is
they
he?
had him try to be funny, and it was.
So I don't like
very
live
interesting.
action Cinderellas. I'll be honest. When going back to your storybook time, like, I mean, they're cute, but I think it's okay. Like they've done like 5 of them, right? I remember
done
from
so
like
many.
like Brandy. They did one for her. They
cute.
did. I remember Brandy, right? And they did one for. I think Victor told me Ariana Grande did one, or
No. Well, I don't know if Ariana. Camila
Havana.
That's the one I'm talking
Ooh la
about.
la.
Camila Cabello. That's the one
Okay.
I'm talking about.
I do like the song though, but I don't know if I
love-
like her.
So I like the soundtrack of it, and I like how it's moving, and then how they mash songs up. I loved that part, but it was just too modern day feminist for me.
Oh.
Because the reason we have these fairy tales are to, for me, it's like to help us be in our feminine side. Like you don't have to follow it to a T. It's like you're going to be in the kitchen and sing to birds, and that's what you're going to do. No, it teaches women to be gentle, and then for men to save the day. Like you can be a woman and save the day if you want to. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to save the day. I want to sit back and let the day be okay and know I ain't got to worry about it and make sure my kids are okay. But that's just me. But I'm getting off my soapbox. I'm getting off my. You got it? Did you? She brought a bill. You've been holding out on me this whole time.
Shame.
She brought a bill.
Shame.
Shame. Oh my God. Let me see this.
You love it?
I was talking about the bill and you had it hidden. You were waiting.
I forgot.
You forgot you had it hidden.
Shame. Yes.
How you? This is cute. Look at the detail.
Gotta love Amazon. Girl was here like.
She pulled it out the package
8 this morning.
We were talking about the bill the whole time, and then you gonna find you.
Yeah, I forgot it. Shame. Shame.
My bill is ding. Your bill is a shame.
Shame.
Damn. You see that? You see that shit?
And not even low down dirty. Shame.
Mine wasn't low down dirty.
No, get it? Shame.
Oh,
You got it.
I got it. It
You
took
didn't
me a
get
second,
it?
but I got it. I got it.
Fuck, are you kidding?
No, he's not kidding.
Low down dirty shame? With Wayans. The older Wayans.
The Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
You'll see it. Now you got to Google it. You'll look it up one day. Shame.
Shame.
Okay. 007. They're going back and forth, right? On like picking a new one.
So first of all, it's been so long, and I know that Amazon, the people who originally, they are now in creative control going forward of the 007 franchise.
How'd they get it?
Girl, I don't know, but they now have control over it. So I'm actually interested to see how that's gonna play out in kind of like the next phase of series that they're doing for 007. But yeah, I mean, a lot of talk has been going on for years, right? About who's going to be the next 00.
And so a lot of people said Idris Elba. I remember back then.
He's too old now. I would have loved him for it. Maybe two movies.
Baby.
He could,
Don't go for my Idris, okay?
Well, no, he's still mine. He's one of, so it's Henry Cavill and Idris are my 2 hall passes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, but I don't mention Idris. I know, but I don't mention Idris as much. So I do it from a window shopping perspective, because I'm respectful of people in their marriages. So even as a celebrity type situation, I try to be respectful of people's marriages. You know how I am. Like, I don't even feel comfortable with like messaging someone else's husband. I think I shared with you where I was sharing like things that were kind of going on in like a professional group that I have. And I was just like, ooh, I just sent this because I don't feel comfortable with, talking with someone's husband when they're not around, or them, sharing my contact information if they're not there. Cause I just want to be respectful.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm a respectful bitch. I try to be that way. But again, when it comes to having that contact information given to my husband from anyone else, what do I say?
You can have them.
You can have them. Just
I know. You always said it.
Feel free.
You back? Oh, you came home?
He came home.
Damn.
He always comes home.
He always comes
loyal.
home.
He always
you act
come
like
home.
you can't stand him. You act like you will be okay. If he did not come home one day,
I love Victor.
you will lose your. I know you love him.
Yeah.
I know you love him.
Yeah,
But no, I
afar.
brought up Idris Elba because it was a whole ordeal.
He would have been
with the
perfect.
fact that they're like, nah, he's black,
'Cause
and
he's
so
black.
it became like a racial thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 007 is just a number. It's your agent
It's a
call. Like
number.
it don't matter. But that was a huge
Yeah.
thing for people. Like they got so upset over
You know,
it. And
he
I'm just
said
looking at
that.
them like y'all need to figure
He
something
said
else out.
he would like back off because of
People got so upset.
because of the comments that were going out, and he was just like he didn't need that type of attention, or
Right.
if that's how fans strongly felt or people strongly felt, that's
Like,
not
I don't
anything.
want it. You don't want me. I don't want it. It's fine. I'm not gonna
I'm
beg you to like me.
No, and
Right.
I don't need it. Like I can do other projects like Luther. Oh my God, Luther.
So
You don't
was
watch
that the one with what's the Jones something Alex Jones?
Who the fuck is Alex Jones?
Wasn't it a show with something Jones and she had powers and then
Powers?
there was a
What the
Luther on Netflix? Was it Alex Jones or something? And then they'd had an episode together. or
Okay, so
something?
that's different. That's a different guy. But
no, it's a girl. She played in Breaking Bad. She was the girlfriend that OD'd, and then she had a show on Netflix. What was? Do you
it
know
was
the
a
show,
superhero
Josh?
type situation.
Yeah, it was a.
But I'm saying that's completely different.
No, but didn't he play? Wasn't he in that as Luther?
No, there's a different Luther that I think you're speaking about. It's a different guy that plays that because now he plays in this TV show called Evil, I think. So Luther is specifically just and it's based in the UK. He's a detective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking of something totally different. Okay.
His name is Luther. DCI Luther. It's his name.
Oh, okay.
It's just
But
his
wasn't
last
it
name.
something? Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
That was it.
So
It was
that
Jessica
one,
Jones.
it was
okay.
the other one that you're talking about. He's another, for a sub Marvel character.
So
And
what's his name, Luther? The one I'm talking about?
I think it was it wasn't Luther. What was it? Because he was just like a neighborhood superhero who had like extra strength powers. Because I watched it. And then I didn't watch it after season 2. Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. It was Luke
Cage.
not Luther. Okay,
Yeah,
here we
Luke
go.
Cage.
See,
Thank you, Josh. You're amazing. Luke Cage. Yeah. So completely different. So Luther is just specifically
I'm
about
over here like, what am I talking about?
like a
Who knows?
suspenseful, like thriller drama type piece where it's about a detective and he's working with like criminal minds, like the people of like top like criminal minds kind of
Okay.
a situation. And he's like solving those murders, but also getting super close to it because it's always those people who are kind of dark and demented themselves as well.
oh baby, yes,
But
been
yeah,
there.
love some DCI Luther.
Oh, look at him.
Ain't he?
In his red tie.
Girl, that's his signature right there with that
Look at all this
jacket.
gruntle.
They just had a movie, but they're supposed to be doing a second one for DCI Luther.
They had a movie. Speaking of movies,
Oh,
how did I know that? Does Peaky Blinders? Did they have a movie?
Yeah, they have a movie coming out.
Where is it? Only in
It hasn't come out
over
yet.
the pond.
It hasn't
where
come
is
out
it?
yet.
But
They
it's not
just-
called Peaky Blinders. It's called something else, and it's a continuation from his son. I thought like
No. He's still in it.
yeah, but I thought it picks up from like the last episode. His son kicked his little brother out of the Peaky Blinders because he was running his mouth or something like that. And I thought the movie was supposed to pick up with his son.
So where the movie, because the only reason why I can speak to it is because I literally just looked it up because, I like to go back and look at some of those episodes so I can see my boy, Cillian Murphy. Both of them are pretty hot for me.
that was a
And Thomas Shelby was Tommy.
please stop.
I can't.
Please, for the love of God, stop.
He was doing something. Oh, so I read it because I love Polly. What do they?
Oh, Polly. Polly. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm with it.
They did something. Oh, so I looked up to see because I know that they were filming it because I saw little screenshots of it when I was seeing what was going on. They just wrapped up in like November. So they're in the editing process, all that stuff that's going on right now. And they're looking, I think it'll either be released later this year or either next year.
I thought it was released already. I thought it was just released in London. I mean, the UK.
in like the UK. No. So it hasn't been released anywhere yet. They're still in like the editing, whatever that part, the post-production part of it.
Okay.
It's
And then
in that phase.
gonna be about-
it's being set when I looked it up, it was being set in World War II because remember he was helping out the other guy, right? Where it moved from socialism to fascism. to the British
Ooh, I didn't pay
fascism
attention in
party.
class. I didn't pay attention in the show. Here I am.
Yes.
Yeah, I know they didn't like the communists. That much I picked up. And then I
he's
remember.
past a communist. He's, posing as a socialist, and then infiltrating the fascism in Great Britain.
Okay, no, I'm here.
Yes.
I'm back. Yes.
So that's
okay.
the part that he's on with Mosley, right? Yes, with Mosley. So now it's going to be set because it's now the tip of the iceberg with World War II happening, because that was where it was starting to kind of take place.
Exactly.
Yeah, to go into. So now it's going to be taking place in World War II, and kind of how that's all going to play out. I guess his role with Churchill and him infiltrating and whatever happens. But that's where it's supposed to be set.
Okay, so I was thinking about the mafia and the
IRA.
No, not the IRA. The mafia, when they were dealing with the Americans. I thought it was.
Oh, girl, that was like 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago, right? I was on the wrong one. Maybe 1 season ago. Maybe not.
With
2.
Adrian Brody.
Yes, no, he always plays a great Italian. Matt's always like, oh, fuck them Italian. He's like, they ruined the mob. It's okay. I don't know if there's like a running competition between the Irish and the Italians.
Irish mob and the
I'm black.
Italians.
I don't get involved. I have nothing to do with that. But I thought the last thing was with his nephew Michael. Like they went to America and that weird looking girl, his wife. Did Michael die?
He killed Michael.
He killed Michael. Right.
Thankfully.
Yikes.
What do you mean? He was.
I know.
He overstepped his bounds. Okay.
I know he did, but goddamn.
You came for us. You don't come for me unless I sin for you.
Mm-hmm. And he sent for him, and then he got whacked. Well, that was that. So, do they have a release date for the movie yet? Do they know what's happening?
Again, like I said, the last time I just looked a couple days ago, it was saying either the end of this year, or either in 2026. So they haven't put out an official release date.
You are so good with popular culture. Like, you know these names.
No, so it's not pop culture,
this.
Girl. So I don't do like regular like pop culture stuff. I live my life through the lens of a screen, right? Like I love falling in love in the screen, like for TV shows, like I told you about that show, or like a movie, and then that's it. Now, do I want some of those things that are happening? Absolutely not. I don't like fucking people being around me. I don't like people touching me. Even, I'm not a touchy-feely person, right?
You got some trauma you need to work through?
No, that's not trauma, girl. That's just, I don't like being touched. Like I like being by myself. Like I'm not an affectionate person.
I like my space.
I like my space.
The Tori Kelly song.
I don't know it.
Okay, well there I lost you. Keep going.
Yeah, you lost me. Shame. I prefer my space, and I'm not an affectionate person, and so when I'm watching even like the show I told you, and it's just like someone, and it's just like, oh, and it's intense, and he's like kissing her, he's like holding her face and her hair, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And I'm just like, to me, and I'm just like, why the fuck you got your hand on my face? Like, there's no reason your hand needs to be there. Like, just be here and just kiss me. Like, I don't understand. Like, personally, I'm looking at it like, oh, it's such a moment. It's so cute. But the other side of me in the moment is just like, why is he going like this the entire time? Like, you don't need to stroke my hair or stroke my face. Like, first of all, did you wash your hands? And then we were getting somewhere, right? And like, I have makeup on, and as soon as you touch my arm, now it's on my shirt, kind of a situation. So I prefer if you didn't, sir, please don't.
So the makeup, whatever. If I ever put on makeup, I think maybe I will put it on, like if we go out to dinner or something, like if it's a nice night. But if I ever put on makeup and I go, this actually may be one of the reasons I don't wear it. I remember hugging a bride, and then like my chin hit her dress, and it's white, and I'm brown, so my makeup matched my face. It was just a smudge on her shoulder. Did you move really quickly
so that she didn't know?
Oh my God. I said, come with me to the bathroom. And then luckily it was one of those bathrooms that were completely stocked with everything. Okay. And then it happened again with one of Matt's relatives that maybe had on white, or like another friend that had on white or cream. It's like, it's always, so I'm not putting on makeup. Or if I hug people now, I'm just like this. Hi, nice to see you. Like if I have on makeup, it's just, no. But then when you said, I got makeup here and I got on my shirt, it just made me think about that.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't do it.
So what's the reason you don't wear makeup?
Ooh, good question. Because you want to know why? I've never been that bitch. And when I say that is that I've never been a get up and go bitch. Like and even when I was like dating and I've dated men in different like industries and things like that. And you have to be like, oh, if he sends you a text like, yo, you want to meet me in Miami kind of a situation. I'm like, okay. And it's just like, yeah, well, I sent you a ticket. It's for this evening. And I'm just like, ooh, I'm the bitch that has to go and buy some clothes, get my stuff together. Let me go to the hair salon. I was like, can you move it to like tomorrow? Because they can't get me in until
you
like
getting
later.
flued out?
I'm getting flued out. But the thing is like for me, it's just like I'm not the get up and go that has like, okay, cool, let me get my duffel and I'll just throw some things in there and I'm cute and we're good. I'm just like, I'm gonna need this. And like even when I get there, I'm like, oh, let me get a makeup artist to come here. Like I'm not doing my own.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, so exactly.
I'm
so it
just
didn't work
showing up.
out really well in those situations.
Okay.
Because I'm not a get up and go. And so I hate wearing makeup all the time. One, I don't like it being on my face because I'm like, it doesn't, right? People wear makeup all the time, but I was just like, it's just very tedious of like putting it on and going. And I don't have time for that. And you know what?
I don't want to do it.
I don't. And I have a child now. And I was just like, so, the most I do is just like my lashes and like,
eyebrows.
I have to do eyebrows because I ain't got none.
Girl, my eyebrows are a mess.
Listen,
I gave up.
I can't. It's my one thing. If not, it's like in patches everywhere. And they should be calling me Patches O'Callahan at that point.
Oh, it sounds like you've had that name called before. Where'd you come up with that?
Oh, God. Dodgeball, the movie. I live my life through the screen.
You gotta remember, you're so much older than me.
Bitch, that came out like 10 years ago.
But you were old enough to understand and watch it. I wasn't. It's okay. You're showing your age. You continue with your... Shame! Is that how they do in Catholic school?
Shame. No, that's the ruler.
Oh my God. So, okay, we're switching gears here. So, what the fuck was that for?
I didn't finish my thought.
So yeah,
that was the reason. So yeah, I just don't do it typically just because it's just a lot to put on it and I don't want, and it's just not me, right? I'm a super casual person and I like to be low maintenance. Maybe I'm high low maintenance, which is fine, but I prefer to just like,
Wait, you think you're low maintenance?
I'm high low maintenance.
Oh, okay.
I'm high low maintenance.
I'm like, tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Yeah.
Shame.
I'm high low maintenance in a sense of just like, I just like to just be what it is. My eyebrows and my eyeliner and I'm good to go. And my favorite lip, which is lip chap. Okay, from chapstick and cherry. That is all I put on these lips, unless I'm going out. But yeah, just because it's just too much, and I'm just not that chick that's just wearing makeup every day. And I applaud the women who can, who
can't do it.
Yeah, I just don't. It's just too much work, and then I don't want to. I don't know. I ain't got time for it. So I just get up and go. And if it is what it is, and if it ain't what it ain't.
Oh, there's this girl I saw on Instagram, and I don't know what it was. Like, she had one face and like they were doing some things, like I guess it's like a real where there's a voiceover and you're pretending and then you do something, you cover the camera and you come back and you're like a whole nother person, scarf off, hair down. I said, that is not the same person. And I showed my sister, one of my sisters.
All, these bitches is catfish all the time.
Dude, I have no clue. It's like you go to bed, like
what she looked like without it.
She just looked like a different person. Like it was a different person.
Without
and I
the
showed
booty.
My sisters, and she was like, no, that's the same person. It just looked like she has on makeup. I said, no, she's a completely different complexion. And it's just, it's a different person. And that kind of stuff scares me because like, I was a police officer. So it's like, we focused on training, like how to look at a person if they have a beard, if they don't have a beard, how to tell if they look different with long hair or short hair, like if they change certain features about themselves. You put on makeup, certain people do makeup and they make themselves look like Cher, Jennifer Lopez, like just all like different people, Rihanna sometimes. It's frightening. That shit don't sit well with my psyche. I cannot wrap my head around it. And then you go out and I feel bad for men. Like you go to sleep with one, like, number one, I feel bad for them because these girls aren't taking their makeup off. So you get makeup all on their sheets. You're getting it all on your sheets.
All you do is you put on the 24-hour coat so that it stays on there. Yeah, girl, you put 24-hour coat on there like so that your makeup stays. So I wake up like this.
That scares me. That scares the shit out of me because now, can I get this stuff off my face? But so no, you lay down with a dude like one night. You're not taking your makeup off. So now you got makeup all on his sheets. And then if you do take your makeup off, what if you get there and he's like, whoa, this is not what you looked like 5 minutes ago. I don't want anything to do with you. So it's like, I don't know if it's like ruining self-esteem or if women feel like they need to wear it more, but it's like growing up for me, we didn't wear makeup.
Yeah,
like it wasn't a thing. It was like the other girls that wore makeup, and you just had to, like the white chicks, like they always wore makeup like 13 years old. You didn't do that like growing up in my household.
I didn't learn how to put on makeup until I was like 18, and it was only
I didn't
because
learn how to put on makeup till yesterday. Like, what are you?
I only learned how to put on some because of the fact that I like started working at like a restaurant kind of a thing, and so people were putting on makeup at that time, and so I learned from like some of the girls on like how to do, and I was just like putting on like, you know, not lashes, but just like mascara at that time, and like trying to do something and wearing like lipstick. Like that was just my thing. And so the worst part is, we go back to your one comment about body dysmorphia, is that I didn't feel like I was pretty until then.
And so you sad. So what I tell my daughters, or I'll tell Maya, she goes, "Oh, mommy, you're putting on makeup. I want to be pretty too." I go, "Baby, you're already pretty. We fine, girl. We are okay. Mommy just wants to be a little fancy." So I say, mommy wants to be a little fancy tonight. Mommy's going to a nice dinner or a very fancy place. So mommy's going to be fancy tonight. So I don't want her to ever feel as though makeup makes her beautiful, because she's gorgeous. Yeah. Like, whoo. Gonna have a tough time when both of them get older, because both of them they're beautiful. But it's like, I don't want little girls to feel like they have to put on makeup because that's the only way they feel pretty. It's like, that's not okay.
And my daughter is, you know, stated that stuff before, because she's like, she'll see mommy on those occasions, because that's the only time I usually put on any makeup, and she's just like, and I'll do like her lashes, like with just the like plain little lash brush like that. I'm like,
there you got her makeup. Yeah, do the little
and I'll do her
brow.
little, and I'll do her brows. I was like,
put on
perfect.
a little Vaseline for lip gloss.
Well, we do I have like a little kitty lip chap for her.
Maya does now too, because somebody decided to get her some stuff for her birthday full of makeup. I know who did it, and I chastised her today.
Ooh. Yeah. I bought her one for Christmas, my daughter, and it's the kind where there's nothing, like it's just plastic. Yeah. But you can pretend kind
like
of
you
thing.
put it on.
Yeah, you can pretend. And so she like loved it, because she kept talking about she wanted to like do makeup. And I was like, you don't know. She was like, I do, so I can be pretty. I was like, baby, you're beautiful. You're gorgeous. Yes, I was like, yes. I was just like, you don't need anything. Just know that. So I'm going to start using the word fancy though. Yeah. Mommy just uses it for fancy. I was like, you don't need it at all. I was like, you're so pretty. I was like, you're so gorge. I was just
you're so gorge.
You're so
Why
gorge.
Like
I was just like, oh my God, you're the most beautiful. She's like, I was like, you are so beaut. Okay. I just did that one just because I said gorge to you. I don't say beaut though.
And it made my skin crawl just like gorge.
Yeah. I was just like, you're so gorge. You don't need it. I was just like, you're perfectly fine without it. And that's where the thing is just like making sure I can kind of reinforce her natural beauty specifically. And I try not to do my makeup around her, and not specifically because of that, but for her not to feel inferior in a sense of like, I'm not pretty unless I have on makeup as well. Like mommy, like I want to do my makeup like mommy does hers. So I try not to. And it's just so hard just because of, you know, like if she watched videos and things like that. So I did get her that little kit, and I'm so glad I did, because she's done it here and there and it's out of her system. So she plays with other shit now.
She's not even thinking about it.
Yeah, so she's not even thinking about it, but she does like to, we do the kitty lip chap just because of when it was like cold and stuff like that.
So dry.
She was dry, but that's the only thing that she gets. And she was like, okay, I'm great.
I think about it all the time. Like I tell Matt before, I was like, the girls will never, I'll never be able to go, what are you guys doing? Get out of here. Like they can't play in my makeup. Because if they do, they'll have blackface and they gonna get in trouble. But that they won't be able to play in my shoes. But no, like my kids will never be able to do that, like sneak in, like let me go borrow the shade from my mom I ran out or something. Lipstick, when they get older.
Everything else, just not your foundation.
No,
that's
not
it.
Lipstick. I look like a goddamn clown when I put on lipstick. A good goddamn fool.
You don't do lipstick?
No.
Oh, I love a good lipstick.
Your lipstick looks great on you when you wear that. Like I don't know what purple it is, but it looks really nice on you.
My MAC.
But I have to
antique velvet.
Okay, I gotta find a shade for me, my color. But I'm okay not wearing it because I feel like it gets in my teeth, and I got Invisalign. Then I'm walking around looking like an 80-year-old grandma. Like, come here, give me some sugar, baby.
And it's nothing
all on my no. I can't do it. Do you know there? Like, have you ever seen or heard of like straight men putting on makeup?
Yeah, I just saw one. You said with makeup. Yeah, I mean, men wear makeup all the time. Think about men who are on
straight men.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Again, I live my life through the screen, right? So there's plenty, all the actors, all the people who are on TV, they have to put on makeup so that they don't look blotchy or like faded on TV. So those are straight men who have nothing and who have to put on makeup. Yes.
That's crazy.
They have to. So it's not really like a thing like, ooh, let me get my foundation out. It's because of the fact that they're putting on makeup. You go on the Jimmy Kimmel show or Conan O'Brien or whatever
I thought it was just like powder to keep their face from looking oily from the like on camera and all the lights, and then you're sweating, everything. I didn't know. It's like, okay, we're gonna.
Remember seeing like those TV shows or like movies and
they
like
have
putting
like
the little
the
things,
tissues in, then they pull out.
so that they,
But I always thought that was like newscasters because they were like super metrosexual or like full of themselves because they think they're celebrities because they're on the news.
The camera's washing them out. We're the only ones who are bold enough to come in here makeup free.
And I'm pretty sure some people watching like, girl, you probably should have on something.
No, we good.
No, I'll be looking tired. My children are stressing me out. Do you know the last time I slept? And they're not even newborns.
I know. You know when people say that when you have kids,
stress me out.
Just know that sleep now because you don't. And you're like, okay,
whatever. No,
and you're thinking it's like over in like, I don't. Yeah, you said it's some trees. It sounds like it's a raccoon up there.
It could be both. But it happens when the wind blows. So
it's true.
But But yeah, sleep now. Sleep when the baby sleeps.
Yeah,
and all
sleep
that.
when the baby sleeps. All that stuff.
Never. I never did it. I never did that.
I'm starting to get more sleep because she sleeps in her bed.
Oh, is she sleeping? Oh, shoot, I didn't hit the mic. My bad.
Yeah.
Is she sleeping in her bed? How's that going?
Yeah.
How does that feel for you and your husband?
Well, it's predominantly me, right? Mm-hmm. It's good for me. There's sometimes I miss her. When, for someone to like come over there and slap a pillow over my face to like move over so I can get in kind of a thing. And I'm just like,
Do you find yourself waking up to check on her now because she's not jumping in bed with you? Like you wake up like in a panic, like, wait a minute, I feel well rested. Let me go check.
No, I wake up in a panic because I'm waking up like, oh shit, what time is it? Do I need to get her up? And it's usually like 4:45. So.
And do you go back to sleep?
Yeah, it takes me about maybe 15 minutes to get back down. But yeah, I typically do. And then, waking up at 6:30 after that.
Oh, well, that's good.
Is it?
That you're able to get back to sleep. If I wake up in the middle of the night, like not in the middle of the night, but if I wake up closer to the time where it's about to be time for me to wake up. So let's say my alarm's set for 6:30 and I wake up at like 5. That window makes it harder for me to go back to sleep. Now, if I wake up at 3, I can get myself back to sleep by like 3:45, 4, and I can keep sleeping. But it's a window for me, like a toddler, a window. Yeah.
No, I get that. Sometimes when Victor wakes up really early because he wants to get a start, or I think if he just wakes up, he just says, fuck it, I'm going to just stay up and just start working or like work out or things like that. Then it's so hard because he's so fucking noisy, right? Like in the bathroom.
Well, then maybe that's your cue to get up so you're not late to wherever you're going to be.
Why the fuck would I get up at 4:45? No, that's 2 more hours to myself. No, I look forward to, that's the one piece I get is when I can go to sleep because no one is asking anything of me. No one is trying to be next to me. And it is all me by myself in my sleep with no dreams, no thoughts. It's just this.
You don't dream?
No, I mean, rarely. Oh. And I mean, they say you do even though you don't, right? And you don't realize it. But yeah, for the most part, no, I don't have any like memorable dreams. Like,
can you sign up for a sleep study so I can read the results? I love to see your brain waves.
It's probably like this.
Well, that would be death. So no.
Again, I like a long sleep.
Oh my God.
I want a long sleep. That's all I need is just a good night.
I'll worry about sleep.
You. What is it? The long kiss goodbye? Just the long sleep to wake up is what I'm going to call the movie.
Shane, I'm about to get up and walk away.
No.
I'm about to get up and walk away. No, I'm done. I'm about to get up and walk away.
Don't. But yeah, so no, I look forward to it. You had mentioned, and I'm kind of circling back to what you said in the beginning about the whole like fairy tale stuff and how you think that how they should end and things of that nature of like,
based off tradition.
Based off the tradition.
Yeah, because did you know these fairy tales, these movies are from like, some of them from the 80s, like even further before that. Like, and we don't know, like just by tradition. Yes, I think tradition. I'm done.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say I'm indifferent to that. I think I had said, I can't remember who it was, if it was your aunt-in-law who had said, or maybe it was your mother-in-law, who was just like, the girls were coming out in their princess dresses and everything, the costumes.
Well, it had to be my mother-in-law, because I don't have I do have some in-law aunties, but none of them. Oh,
yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. She was there.
I don't remember who said it, and it was just like, oh, they're coming out, and they can find their Prince Charming. And I was just like, ha. I was like, but don't necessarily look for a Prince Charming, because you never know who that first guy's going to be. Don't go for the first guy, because he may not be Prince Charming. He can definitely be a frog looking for a kiss.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
Did I?
You ruined it.
I'm bringing some realness.
You ruined it.
Life.
That is the whole point of a fairy tale. So that's one thing. Oh, baby, mama's got to blow her nose. That's one thing that I very much dislike about TV shows, when they bring the real world drama into the shows. I got to pause. Huh? It's cedar.
Cedar season?
Yeah, it's cedar. Yes, it's cedar season right now, and I'm gonna die.
That bitch
That's the
said
one.
something
That's
about
the
some
only
ragweed.
reason I may leave from Austin. But okay, yeah, TV shows these days, like, that's what I very much dislike about them. They're taking real world drama or real world issues that's going on right now and putting them in the shows. Like, the point of me watching these shows is so I can escape into a different world. I see what's going on in real day, but I get they're trying to control it so they can have the narrative of it and make it in certain ways so people can be like, yeah, I love this show. This is what I want. Like, to feed into people, not the egos, but to feed into people's fears and like just wants and desires. But it's a fairy tale. It's fiction. It's a way to escape. And you ruined it.
Yeah, I do.
No, you do. Oh, you do. You constantly. It's not just a did. You do ruin it on purpose.
I typically do.
Well, I hope our girls find their Prince Charming, but the Bible says a man finds him a wife. It doesn't say a girl goes out looking. But
that's right, and I don't believe that you should go looking.
But all the Prince Charmings and Prince Eric and all of them
left?
They all. Well, I wouldn't know, because the children are 4 and 5, so maybe as they're raising them, there may be some left. But for us, maybe. I got my Prince Charming. I got my man, so I'm not looking. I'm fine. And he found me. He found me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
What song is that from?
I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with it.
You found me. You found me. Lost in insecure. Whatever. Lying on the floor. Yeah.
You found me.
He found me.
You found me.
But yeah, so it's like in all the fairy tales, the princes, they found the princesses. So there we go. Let them be princesses. I'm done talking. Y'all be blessed.
Thank you for tuning in to Genuine BS today with a little extra BS with Brittany and Shana. See you guys next week.